Oh, what's up, guys? It's your boy T,
It's your boy D.
This your boy Jay.
and we are unquoted coming at you guys real quick. Okay, so today, guys, is a segment that we love to do. It's called the Great Debate. It's basically when we have a topic and we just go ham on it, guys. We just talk about it. So our topic today is Drake still hot, or has he lost the sauce? You
Man,
guys' thoughts?
Drake still got it, bro. He's still number one. He's been out for like 12, 13 years, and he's still doing numbers. Every time he drops, it always hits number one for like hundreds of thousands of sales like first week, bro. Like he still has it hands down.
Drake still got it. He just hasn't put out an album in a minute. So
No.
it's just like, well, I'm waiting on the next Drake album. I'm sure it's gonna be good, but it's been a while since he put out an album. And last time he put out an album was a collection of unreleased of old songs all together in an album. So I
Yeah,
don't really count
that shit didn't count.
And
Oh,
he had dropped a mixtape too. I didn't really like it, but still, we waiting on a good Drake album, and it's been a while since we had one of those.
See, the reason Drake is still on top is that he is constantly like putting out stuff there in the like music world for people to listen to, because most rappers, they drop a good project and then they kind of chill back for maybe about a year or two, but like Drake's like Nas, and like he's always has his foot on that gas pedal, and it's just constantly just like putting out more hits, bro. That's why he's on top.
Yeah, and Drake's a culture vulture too, but it works out for him because it allows him to mix it up and use all kinds of different beats, all kinds of different sounds in all of his music. So it helps add to his creativity by him doing that. So I definitely can't blame him for it, and it works for him. Benefits him.
Hold on, what are you gonna say, D? Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's that whole culture vulture thing, like, because that it's kind of a like mixed bag, because it all depends on how you see it, because Drake like does put a lot of these styles and of like music out there for regular folk who wouldn't even give it a chance to even listen to, you know what I'm saying? And also it's like when he like puts somebody on, that's your moment to like show the world this is what they can do. And if they don't blow up, that's on them.
Yeah, I think the thing about Drake is like, yeah, okay. Let me address this in two parts. So the first part is, do I still think Drake is hot? Yes, I think Drake is still hot, but I do think he's starting to simmer a little bit. And the reason why I think he's starting to simmer a little bit is that his last album to me was cool, but I'm just like, I've been a Drake fan since day one. Like, I still remember the first time, like, I even figured out that he rapped, and I was like, oh, shit, the Wilshire Jimmy's rapping. But, yeah, I still think that he's good, but I'll be honest, I haven't really been feeling his whole UK accent draft thing, and, like, I'm not really a big fan of that. I like classic Drake when he's just spitting bars, and he's just rapping his ass off, and he's, like, just staying in the pocket. So lately, I'll be honest, I haven't really been feeling Drake. His mixtape to me was cool. I really liked the Future song that he had. The songs he released with DJ Khaled, I liked one of them. The other one, like I said, he was doing the UK shit. I wasn't the biggest fan. But
I mean, but Drake's music's always been like that. It's like on every project, he has songs for like different types of people. Because like, you know how I don't like the slow love song Drake. I like the, gritty rapper Drake. So it's like he has music for everybody. And some people will probably like, that UK type of rap, like me. I actually like it. But, it's...
That's because you're from the UK, just saying.
Yeah. Still, like, my point still stands. He has music for everybody. So
Yeah, and Drake, he's just been putting out like a lot of singles recently. He's either featured on somebody else's song or he's releasing a single. So I feel like he just needs to put out another good album, and all his haters will just go away, and everybody will go back to loving Drake, and he'll be right back on top if he had fallen off, which I don't think he did.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think that he necessarily fallen off, but I do think he lost some of the hype. just because, like I said, his last couple of singles stuff that he's released have been cool. I'll probably give it maybe a 6.5 or 7 out of 10. Like they've been all right, but they haven't hit. I think the last single that Drake hit, and I'm talking about just a single that really hit, was the single they had with Blockboy J.
Lockwood JB.
Yeah, when that shit came out, God's Plan came out, I was like, yo, this shit is a hit. I think that Drake hasn't had one of those in a while. And like I said, he hasn't had an album out, so I'm not hating on him. But I don't know, I'm just missing that kind of that big Drake monster hit.
Yeah. Have you also like got the vibe that Drake's like been working harder than he was previously? Like in
Why?
terms of like his music output, you know, because remember back then, you know, he would be featured like here and there, and then drop an album, then be featured here and there. But like now, Drake's just putting out constant streams of music. Because remember, he put out like 2 projects that aren't albums in like less than 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel as if he's working harder and harder because he's trying to stay relevant, because he's been in the game for like 10, 15 years. And usually this is where rappers start to get stale and boring, but he's trying to fight that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think that he's putting out like a lot of albums. He's put out albums where he's released like a bunch of music from before, put it in the album, or like releasing a bunch of singles. He's using all that to substitute for the fact that while he's building up to he's using all that to substitute for the fact that he hasn't put out a whole album yet. So I feel like so I feel like once he has an album out, he'll dimmer down on all the singles he's putting out, all the old music he's re-releasing.
Yeah, I feel like his next album is going to be a completely different sound. That's one thing I do appreciate about Drake. I like the fact that, like, all Drake's albums sound completely different. Like, there's not, like, a couple of Drake albums you're like, it's just Drake. It's like, no, his albums sound very different. Like, how'd you guys feel about his last album?
What was it?
Scorpion?
Yeah.
I like Scorpion. It was a lot of songs, but normally when an album's that many songs, I don't like it, but I actually like the whole album.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a really good album.
That was a double album, right? That's why it was so long, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay,
yeah, it was like one that was like rap part and the other was like singing part, which is the part that you love, right?
Well, I like the rap part. I mean, I wasn't too hot on the singing part. I mean, like, there were a couple of the singing parts that I fucked with, but, you know, I'm mainly for Drake as a rapper, not much of a singer.
I feel like every Drake album is like a double album. Like, he always has half his album where he's singing, half the album where he's rapping. So I feel like all his albums are like that anyways. So I think it was just a lot of songs on it, but it was still good.
Which is perfectly fine, to be honest.
Yeah,
you know?
I like it.
Yeah, I liked it too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I still do have mixed feelings about Scorpion. I feel like that's one project I kind of do have to go back and listen to, because I remember the first time I heard Views, I didn't like it, and then I went back and I listened to it again. I was like, yo, Views is a really good album. So I don't know. I think Scorpion I might have to re-listen to. Like, I liked the first half of the album, and the second half of the album I just liked. In My Feelings was like the only song I really liked off of the second half of the album. But like I said, I just might have to just go out and just re-listen to that one. But I thought Scorpion was cool. I thought it was all right. I didn't have a problem with it.
Straight.
Yeah. So I mean, I would say overall, I think Drake is consistent. But I'm not gonna lie. I think my overall favorite Drake of all time is classic Drake. I'm not gonna lie. I know everybody's gonna be like, oh, old head, blah blah blah. I don't care. Like,
yeah, old school. Everyone knows old school Drake's better than new school Drake.
Yeah,
I think everybody would agree with that.
You talking about the best I ever had Drake, or
yes?
Yeah, best I ever had Drake. Is Anything I'm Doing brand new Drake?
Oh, brand new. That was my shit. I used to know that song word for word, bro.
That kind of stuff. I like that kind of Drake. I even still listen to some of those songs, like his bars and stuff like that. Because I know people evolve in their music career, so I'm not hating to the fact that he advanced and he raps different now. I actually don't mind the way he raps now. It's just I don't know. There's part of me that's still like, man, could you just like release one of those unreleased ones from way back in like 2008 or something like that? I kind of want to hear it.
Yeah. That would be a good like throwback stuff for him to put out. That'll probably do a lot of sales if he does that.
Real quick, what's everyone's favorite Drake album and worst Drake album, in their opinion?
Ooh, that's a good one. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you take this
More
one.
Life is the worst by far for me. I'm gonna say More Life was his worst. In his best, I'm gonna need a quick second to think about that.
I almost forgot about More Life until you brought that up.
All right, what about you, D?
Shit. Because usually whenever I pick favorites, I pick it based on like how many times did I go back to it and like listen to it again. And I remember that being Take Care, honestly, bro.
That was a good one.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Take Care.
You go with Take Care?
Yeah.
Okay, so for my favorite one, that's gonna be really hard because I have like two like main favorites. That would definitely be his first one. I forget the name of his first album. I forget the name.
So Far
Thank Me
Gone?
Later.
So yeah, Thank Me Later,
Okay.
and or If You're Reading This Is Too Late. Those would probably have to be my favorite ones. But in regards to my least favorite one,
Which one you picking as your number one favorite?
I can't decide.
All right, I'm gonna say my favorite. Thank Me Later was my favorite Drake album. So More Life was my worst one, and Thank Me Later is my favorite.
Honestly, I think, and people are gonna hate me for this, but I don't give a fuck. It's either for me, like I said, it's either Take Care or Scorpion is probably my least favorite Drake one.
What?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
I'll be honest. I'll be completely honest with you.
You didn't think More Life was his worst?
I liked More Life for the most part. I thought More Life had a lot of I liked a lot of his samples on that. Take Care to me was just really slow. I still do like Take Care, but that's the one I listen to the least. Not only that, but Take Care to me, when you listen to Take Care, you kind of like the whole mood of Take Care is kind of like a sad kind of like I'm in the house locked up in my basement kind of mood.
Gives you that vibe like your girlfriend just left you or some shit.
Yeah.
A lot of the songs on it are very sad. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah,
can't argue that.
Super depressing.
I can't run from your feelings, fellas.
Yeah. Like they're not bad, but like I said, it's super depressing. Marvin's Room is obviously an instant.
The most depressing, but it's a hit. But it's one of the most depressing songs.
Bro, there's no nigga that has not gone through no damn Marvin's Room situation, bro. If you have not gone through that, you're fucking lying, bro.
You haven't been living.
Lying.
You haven't lived.
Every man has gone through that. And then the part of Marvin's Room where he's like talking about bitches that we almost had. Everybody, every guy does that. Every guy does that.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how I like rapping Drake, but like rapping really fast Drake, but my favorite album is like him being slow and sad. Like I find that kind of weird.
Yeah, I actually didn't expect you to say that. I kind of expected you to say
nothing was
the same. I like that album too, even though that album gets like no hype.
I actually didn't care for Nothing Was the Same that much, honestly. I really didn't care at all.
I didn't really care for it either, but like everyone I talked to about that, with most people that I've asked who's their favorite Drake, what's their favorite Drake album, most people would say Nothing Was the Same. And I'll just look at them like they're crazy. I was like, you think that's Drake's best album?
You probably think, what's that song? Just Hold On, We're Going Home. Like, they probably like that song, and then like, you know, it's like, oh, I like the album because of that song. Like, no, fuck that.
Bro, I like that album though. Honestly, that album to me had like no skips. I liked almost every song off that album.
I liked it too. I just didn't think it was his best.
Yeah, I didn't think it was his best, but yeah, I definitely like that. And then, like I said, Scorpion to me, like I said, Scorpion was cool, it's fine. Because the thing about Drake is that none of his projects are bad. It's just that there's ones that you really fuck with, and then there's ones that are just like, you know, it's cool. Listen to it on a nice Sunday afternoon or some shit.
And I would say that's a compliment to Drake because it's like because we put Drake on such high pedestal that we expect nothing but the best. So if he's putting out a 6 out of 10 project to Drake, that's a 3 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like he should always be like top notch.
Yeah, everyone always reviews the rapper like off of their standards. So like Drake's standards are obviously A plus. So it's like you got to hold him to that standard. So anytime he puts out a C plus album, you're gonna be like, "What the hell is this? This album was trash." But really, it was just mediocre. And for Drake, really, it was just mediocre for Drake standards. But it was still a good album.
Yeah.
What do you guys think his next album is gonna sound like?
That's impossible to predict with Drake. He's gonna always do the unpredictable.
he has to search the streets for a new sound, and like literally search the streets, find
Search
some
the world.
yeah, find some young rappers who haven't blown up yet, and like take their sound. He hasn't done that yet.
No, I think honestly, like, I automatically I know there's probably gonna be some Rowdy Rich on it. I know that there might be like one or two future tracks on it, but yeah, Drake. Honestly, like, I think he's gonna try to go off of the UK thing. I hope he doesn't. To be honest, I think if he does, at least maybe 1 or 2 UK songs. I just really can't stand his accent in the UK thing. I don't like his flow when he raps the UK.
Isn't that what he usually does? Like almost as much as not like he usually just sprinkles 1 or 2 UK tracks, but he doesn't like throw it all over the whole project.
And he'll never do an entire album. Like that.
Yeah, you're right. He won't. It's just his accent really just bothers me. I'm just like, it's just, and then his flow with it, I just can't stand it. Because my thing is like, Drake is one of those people where you could give Drake like any lines and they probably sound dope. Just him saying it in his regular voice. It's like, Drake, you don't have to like have a fake accent with it.
He's just doing that to mix it up.
I guess to kind of respect the UK style. He feels as if he needs to have the accent or something like that.
I feel like he just always tries to keep people off guard and keep people guessing what he's about to do next.
Yeah. I would say that that's fair.
I can see him putting out a reggae album in the future.
As long as he don't put out a rock album, I don't care what he's putting out.
I actually wouldn't be against that.
If it sounds good, because Drake knows how to make things sound good. For the most part.
Yeah, Drake could actually make a rock album sound good now that I think about it.
I mean, I like rock music, so like I wouldn't be mad at it, but that's completely out of Drake's lane because Drake is more like he's like R&B-ish, more like stuff that's closer to his area. He's not.
Yeah, that's why I would be caught off guard if Drake actually did that. It would just be weird.
It'd just be weird. It's like him making country music. Like what?
It'll be weird, but I'll still check it out. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because you got to think about, like, a lot of times when people are like, oh, I'm making a rock album, you listen to it, it doesn't even sound like a rock album. Or like remember Young Thug was like, I'm going to put out a country album, and his album sound nothing like a country album?
Yeah.
So, if that even means anything.
Didn't Lil Wayne put out a rock album?
That was not rock.
What would you? Yeah, it didn't sound. That definitely didn't sound like rock at all. I think it was advertised as a rock album, but it didn't sound like rock at all.
It had slight rock elements to it, but it wasn't really a rock album.
It wasn't rock. He had like Drop the World. Like, I'm not gonna lie, my math teacher thought that Drop the World was a rock song. So I guess maybe.
What?
Yeah.
Because of how it's structured.
How does that sound like a rock song?
He's like 40 years old. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know why.
No, it's because the hook sounds like a rock hook, but Lil Wayne's kind of pretty much rapping on the verses and not really singing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Honestly, like, if anyone were to put out a rock album, it would just, to me, it would have to be like
Lil Nas X.
I don't even count him as a rapper.
Said that with the quickness. Damn.
It would be Lil Uzi Vert or Trippie Redd.
I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Trippie Redd's music is pretty much like rock music.
Trippie Redd be lazy with his songs, bro. But we're not gonna get into that. Maybe another day.
So overall, final statement, guys. Drake, hot or not?
Hot.
Drake still got it.
Drake still got it? All right, guys, that's a hot for me. All right, guys, this has been Unquoted, the great debate. You guys have any more debates that you guys want us to do, hit us up. This has been your boy T.
It's been your boy D.
It's been your boy J.
And we are out.